Well, welcome. We are so excited to share our monthly career updates together. I'm Kaisha McCrea with Growing Perspectives Career Consulting.
And I'm Curt Hammitt with Propel Your Career
Awesome.
transition coaching.
Awesome. So we are excited to give you updates of what we're hearing in the marketplace. We're going to give you some high-level themes that we're hearing, some updates on maybe some career sessions that we have heard about recently. And then Curt will give us a highlight around comparing your resume to a job application. And he's going to highlight a few tools for you to consider. And then we'll wrap it up to share what's next. And once again, we encourage you to respond to this email. An earlier session, Curt shared with us the importance of engaging with the updates on LinkedIn and how it increases the visibility. So we would love for you to ask us questions in the message area, like, comment, share. We would love to hear from you. So let's start off first, Curt, with a few things you're hearing in the market, and then I'll share a few updates that I'm hearing also.
Okay, thanks, Kaisha. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I wanted to bring forth some information I got from George Anders. He's a senior editor at large at LinkedIn, and he shared information about remote and hybrid jobs. I know many CEOs want people to come back in the office. Many workers want to stay home or want to do a hybrid environment. So he gave some statistics. These are based on applications that came into jobs posted in LinkedIn. But the top city in the US for uh, people that want remote jobs live in Bend, Oregon. Now, I know I have my sister-in-law and brother live in Medford, Oregon, and they say it's gorgeous out there. So a lot of people, 73.5%, you know, applied were living in Bend, Oregon for a remote job. Asheville, North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, and Myrtle Beach, all on the East Coast, beach country.
Yes.
Spokane, was some of the top five. For hybrid jobs, you can imagine New York City,
Yes.
come back into the office, maybe once or twice a week. Urbana, Champaign, that's
Areas.
colleges out there, college town. Boston,
Mhm.
Massachusetts, Binghamton, New York, and State College, Du Bois, Pennsylvania. I had to say that one because that's number five. And that's where some of my wife's family are from. So it was interesting, this little town, people like to live there and
Yeah.
like that little small town feeling, but then are willing to go into the office, a day or two. So those are some of the top jobs, remote and hybrid jobs. The other thing, a week earlier, George put out some information on job-based optimism, how people feel about their job.
Okay.
These are May's numbers. Confidence level was at 51% on a scale from 1 to 100, whereas 100 is most confident, or a minus 100 would be not confident at all.
Right, right.
Some other confidence, hospital, healthcare, and manufacturing is up.
Great.
Tech is down. I think Kaisha and I were talking about that before the call.
Absolutely.
200,000 tech jobs were lost, or people quit in 2023. Um, there is some activity internationally coming to the US now as well. So that's a bright spot for US consumers and workers. A fabrication plant, semiconductor from Taiwan is coming, or is already here in Arizona, and will be ramping up in 2024, and a second facility in 2026. And Siemens from Germany is putting together an EV, an electric charger manufacturing company in Carrollton, Texas, and that's ramping up. They already ramped up. It was April
So
24th is when they started the first day. So that's the thing that I'm seeing. There's some fluctuation. There's some strengths, and there is still some weaknesses out there.
absolutely, absolutely. So thank you for sharing that. I definitely, when I talk to clients, I share with them that what you just said, there are some bright spots, there are some opportunities or challenges depending on the industry. I still have clients that are landing, and sometimes it may be a little longer to land, but clients are still landing. People are still changing jobs in their career path. So it's still a good market. And what you just said, it depends on the industry and it depends on the company and different opportunities. So it is still a good time to look for, if you are interested in a job transition or you want to apply for that next job, it's still there. I love to share with clients the power of networking. And we talked about that the last time we were together. That still helps in the job search, as well as utilizing the platform that we're sharing this update on, utilizing LinkedIn for networking and seeing opportunities, increasing your visibility, engaging with peers in that industry and peers at companies that you're interested in pursuing.
Right.
So that's priceless. So I want to highlight one event that's local, and I've seen different articles that have come up recently too, and I'll share another update next month when we talk. But you talked about different locations that people were interested in hybrid or remote work. I saw a recent report around maybe where some of the millennials are pursuing jobs. So I think that may be interesting to share in a future month as well. But I want to highlight in our area in Chesterfield County, Virginia. I was on LinkedIn actually yesterday, and I noticed that Bryan Stratton College, they mentioned one of their community partnerships is with the Chesterfield County government, and they are hosting on Wednesday, July 19th. It looks like between noon and 1:30, a careers lunch and learn with HR representatives from Chesterfield County. So that's a great opportunity for anyone who's listening that's in the Richmond, Chesterfield, Petersburg area. There is a careers lunch and learn sponsored by Chesterfield County, and it's held at Bryan Stratton College July 19th from noon to 1:30. And I'm looking at the post and it says representatives from HR will be there, and it looks like they are providing updates on open job positions and various career opportunities available within county government. So that's a great option and opportunity if you're in the area. I encourage you to look for Bryan and Stratton College on LinkedIn for details of maybe how to register and specific other questions you might have. Please reach out to them. And in addition to this opportunity, I have seen other opportunities around job fairs still occurring. So that's a great time for people that may be in between jobs or looking to connect further. There was an increase in virtual job fairs at the height of COVID, but now we're back in person more. So I still support job fairs and attending them because you never know what additional connections you could make. So what are your views on job fairs, Curt, and the value of people checking those out as well?
Exactly. There's nothing like that face-to-face, that personal touch. Um, I know one of the job fairs was greatly impacted just a week before they were supposed to start in March of 2020. They did spin it, I think, virtual and had some other virtual job fairs, but now they're meeting face to face. I don't know that they're having their job fairs yet, but it used to be, that's a great way to pick up a lot of business cards. I don't know that anybody uses business cards anymore, but they are scanning their QR code maybe on their LinkedIn profile instead, which is fine. But it's nice to actually put a face with a name and actually see the person and talk to them. A good thing about the job fair is make a path forward. Ask if you could set up a time to meet with them one-on-one, or help them take down their display. Volunteer in that way. You can get some conversation going, in that regards too. So I volunteered at many different job fairs. It's the fastest 5 hours on your feet that you've ever spent. And I recommend it if you at all can get away, from your current schedule or carve out that time, to be there for the whole thing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you've heard from Curt and I around some trends. You've also heard about the value of attending job fairs and a highlight of a local career lunch and learn that's being held next month, related to Chesterfield County opportunities. So now we're going to move into the highlight today that Curt is going to share with us around your resume and matching that to job descriptions.
Yes, Kaisha. I want to start off by saying that there's really no such thing as a one-size-fits-all resume. The resume really needs to be tailored to the job description. And you're saying, oh my gosh, how do I do that? Well, through Propel Your Career, I can help you build out your bullet points on your resume so that you then just cut and paste from that, what I call your base resume, to a tailored resume that can apply for that specific job. But they're still saying, 70 to 80% keyword match, against the resume. And that is a lot of matching, a lot of work to do. But I wanted to just highlight 4 tools that I'm familiar with. Many I've already used, both with myself and with some of my clients, on how to do that matching process fairly easy. So the first one I'm going to talk about is I don't know if you can see this. I'm on.
Pull it back, pull it back. There you go.
There you
Great.
go. Okay.
Great.
Can you read it? Or is it backwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tagcrowd.com. That is a
Excellent.
free word cloud generator. So
Absolutely.
if you upload your resume and run Tagcrowd and run it for the top 100 or the top 50 words and have it print out how many words it occurs, the frequency that word occurs, and then do the same thing for the job description. All you have to do, because it comes back with a beautiful alphabetized list of keywords, you can highlight and you can see very quickly how closely you match between that job description and your resume. So that's a free one. I would recommend using that one. The other one is this one, jobalytics.co. Now, this is also free. It is what I call a bolt-on to Chrome, to your Chrome browser. It does keyword matching, again, between your resume and between a job description. So that's free. That will, get you through the ETS and hopefully get you that interview for your dream job.
Absolutely.
The one that I started using years ago was JobScan. JobScan CO is a plethora of other tools. The one I want to highlight today is their Career Builder tool, which matches, again, a job description with your resume. They also have tools on cover letters, a LinkedIn writing guide. If you're just starting out and you need help writing your LinkedIn profile, this is a great resource. And they have a ton of other resources and organizations that are tailored to a specific niche or industry. And then the last one is I actually met the owner of this company. ResumeMatch.io is a tool that is part of a suite of tools that are on the Cultivated Culture website. That is Austin Belchek. That's his company, and it's a free resume builder. It's called ResumeMatch.io. Like I held up on the card, ResumeMatch.io is the specific resume scanner that will scan your resume, scan the job description, and tell you, how you match. So there are other tools just like on JobScan that Cultivated Culture has. Email Finder, how to find a person's email for the company, analyzes the bullets. Cover Letter Builder, a LinkedIn headline analyzer. You need the headline right at the very top of your LinkedIn. It'll tell you if it's weak or if it's a strong headline. And they've got some testimonials as well on the site. So those are 4 tools that I've found useful, and I know my clients have found useful, and I'm sure Kaisha has maybe used some of those or recommended them for her clients as well. So
absolutely. Absolutely. I love the tools that you shared. They are fantastic. I use the Tag Crowd a lot. And the last tool you mentioned, I know you mentioned that to me some years ago.
Resume Match.
Yes, ResiMatch. They're great tools. And I think whenever you're in the job search, having these tools available are so critical to help you, to help support you. And look at your resume because it is so important to have that match, what you just mentioned, to help you be more successful at being selected for an interview.
Right.
So thank you for sharing those tips. And those are great. And they were 4 free tools that you can use
Right.
to strengthen your resume so you can be more competitive. So it feels like time flew by with us today. I don't know if it's summer. So these were great points that we shared. We will be back next month. We'll share updates again on the fourth Thursday of the month. And I will have the spotlight next month, and I will highlight some around millennials. I'll also talk about interview preparation, some
Mhm.
high points. And once again, Curt and I will share with you what we're hearing in the market from trends, from reports, from our clients. And if you have any questions that you want us to cover, just simply put it in the message, or you can directly message either one of us on LinkedIn. And once again, thank you for listening to us for our monthly career update. I'm Kaisha McCrea with Growing Perspectives Career
Yeah.
Consulting.
And Curt Hammitt with Propel Your Career LLC, job career coaching.
Awesome. So we enjoyed talking with you all, and we will be back next month.